Hello everyone and welcome back. Today's video is going to be on some new hard candy items for spring 2017. First up is the Glamoflauge Concealer. They have extended their color range to now 15 shades available, and I have all 4 of the dark shades to share with you. First up we have Caramel. Caramel has a yellow undertone to it. Next up is Amber. Amber has pink color undertone to it. Next we have Fawn. Fawn is a warmer undertone. And then last we have Clove, which has more of a warm, red undertone to it. Here I'm going to be blending out all 4 shades on my skin, and based on which one would actually blend into my skin tone, Fawn would be the closest match to my warm undertone. And here's a close-up of all of the shades. So first we're going to apply Fawn to the inner corners of my eyes, just where I have some darkness, and I'm going to be blending it in with a dense concealer brush. Next I'm going to press and pat the concealer onto any type of light scarring, some dark marks on my skin, which is right there on the corner of my nose, as well as on my top lip. I had a pimple scar that was just healing. And as you can see, this heavy duty concealer covered it all up. Here I'm applying it to the dark marks that is on my lower jaw, using the same dense concealer brush to buff and pat that into the skin. With this concealer being so concentrated and so pigmented, you only need a tiny amount. So I recommend to use the warmth of your fingers to press and pat it in, and go a little bit at a time and work section by section. The next item I picked up is their new Bake and Brighten loose powder, and this is in the shade Banana. So this is supposed to help brighten your skin, set your concealer, but the company also wants to tell you that you can bake with this concealer. So I'm showing you right now, no, bake with this loose powder. Just caught my mistake. So I'm showing you now how you can use this loose powder to bake underneath your eyes. There is a diagram on the back of the package where it does go into detail about how to bake under your eyes. So I am using a dry beauty sponge and press and patting in a lot of powder underneath my eyes. I'm going to wait 10 minutes as recommended on the package, and then brush the powder away. The brush I'm using here is a blush brush, but it's a little bit denser. So that will actually pick up more of the loose powder and leave the rest of the powder behind to set the concealer. As you can see, nothing creased, a little bit brightened, good to go. Next up is the Iridescent Pearl Highlighter. This is in the shade, well, Pearl, and it's supposed to add a iridescent glow to the skin. Now this highlighter is not for everybody. This is a what's the word? It's very sparkly. It reminds me of like outer space. You've got a little bit of the glitter particles in there. And I'm showing you on different skin tones how it would look. I, once again, prefer to use a denser brush to apply it to my skin. That actually will help separate the particles and separate the glitter, so that way it applies smooth onto the skin. Those are the items I picked up. Let me know if anything fancies and catches your eye. And with that, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.